LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Boxing and MMA Show Live. Okay, folks, this one is not typical of how I deliver a message to a fighter. This is not the typical way. Okay? Um, I'm delivering this one in a slightly different format. Normally I do them from my car, but I just felt like just sitting right here and just talking. So, Germaine, you won your last fight. I want to talk to you today about integrity. I actually do. I talk about it quite a bit on my channel. And I always defend my own integrity, especially if somebody's lying and trying to say that I said something. But Germaine, what I'm going to speak to you today is factual. Everything that I say to you today is going to be a fact. Germaine, you know, I've built a rapport with a lot of different fighters. And, well, when I say a lot, about six. But, you know, in my world, that's a lot. I built a rapport. And, you know, I measure a person by the integrity that they have within themselves. I measure the person by the integrity that they have within themselves. That's what I measure integrity on. See, show me the picture of a person, and I want you to I want to learn the content of the character that they have possessed inside of their bodies. Show me a picture of the person, and I want to see the content of the character that they possess in their own body. That's what I think when I meet new people. I want to know the content of their character. You see, Germaine, you know you won the fight, and you didn't even need to do the extra stuff. You didn't need to do it. The first time, I thought maybe you were in the heat of the moment. But the second time, there was no heat in that moment. You made a decision to throw the second one. You made that decision. You see, Germaine, I look at it like this. It's kind of funny how a lot of people, professionals, thought you won the fight. The judges, they thought you won the fight. You never needed to take those cheap shots. See, you didn't have to do it. But you made a decision. And when you talk about karma, okay, the term "what goes around comes around" can't be a statement that's far from the truth. That statement is the absolute truth. What goes around comes around. You see, how you conduct yourself, and what you say, okay, it matters. And I know maybe you're happy that you're the champion. But what good is having everything that you dreamed of when you were a total nightmare to get it? There's no doubt in my mind that you won the fight. Okay, I completely agree that you won the fight. But those blows after the bell, no. See, it was unacceptable, and it shows a lack of character. It shows a lack of character. Whether you want to admit it or not, I'm just keeping it real with you. I've spoke to you on several occasions. The conversations, pleasant, awesome. I've spoke to you on several. I even spoke to you before this fight happened. I spoke to you, and you know we were supposed to sit down and talk about it. But I understand the life of a fighter, and you were getting ready for this big fight. I completely just said, you know what? Just give me your ears, or just give me your mouthpiece. When it's time, when you're done with the fight, we can have a post fight. You okay with that? See, I understand one thing. People that do what they say they're going to do. I understand integrity. Okay? But to hit Holly Holm late once but not twice, it does show a lack of character, Germaine. It shows a lack of it. You see, at times, Germaine, you have to do the right thing. You have to do the right thing. And I know that the comments that people are saying about you on social media, I know those comments, some of those comments are unnecessary. I know. But you got to do the right thing. What's the right thing? I mean, the first thing, you need to call woman to woman. Holly Holm and like, look, it happened. You know, it shouldn't have happened. And, you know, have a conversation with the girl woman to woman. Away from the cameras. Okay, away from your team, her team. Have a conversation with the girl woman to woman. And after you have a conversation, you say, okay, if you think you won, then let's rematch. Throw it back out there. She deserves a rematch. And I'm going to tell you, see, this does two things. One, it solidifies any doubt in your mind, that you didn't do the right thing. It squashes that. And two, it determines now you get a second chance to do it right. You get a second chance to go do it right. Because if people are doubting it, okay, then here's your chance to shut them up. But go out there and do it the right way. And you got to come back with the right heart. Because I'm going to tell you something. When you gain the world and lose your soul, then you've lost it all. Because you can have the world, but that's not going to bring forth happiness in your own body and in your spirit. Because in your mind, you know exactly what I'm saying, and you're going to see this video because I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to put this video right in front of your lap. I'm going to put it right in your lap. And you may disagree with this. You may get upset. But see, I'm Coach Shelton Harrison. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if people like me or not. That's not, no, it's not in my DNA. See, let me tell you something. If you honestly think that me, the coach, what I've been through in life, the amount of hardships I've had, is going to be afraid if a person doesn't like me, then you're sadly mistaken. I'm sorry. It is what it is, and this is what I've been feeling. See, I'm not one of those people, Germaine, that'll jump off the bandwagon. I don't do that. I'm still a fan of Germaine De Randamie. I'm still a fan of the Iron Lady. And this Iron Lady, in some forms, you know, an Iron Lady of Superman, your kryptonite is not your punches. It's not your kicks. It's not your chin. Your kryptonite is your character and integrity. That's your kryptonite. So what are you going to do? See, what are you going to do to make the wrongs right? Germaine, you don't have to resort to doing certain things because you got the skill in your hands. It was always in your hands, and the judges agreed that the skill was in your hands. Because you would have won the fight. Anyway, you didn't have to do any of that stuff. You see, Germaine, you're going to have a control. And I know that martial arts, they teach you self-control. Not only you learn how to defend yourself, not only do you learn how to fight, but you also learn self-control. And that's the first rule of martial arts, is self-control. I don't feel like you conducted yourself the way a martial artist should have. I don't think so. I thought you won the fight and you got the victory. But I think, Germaine, you got to have a look at integrity. You got to have a look because people ride with you, Germaine, and a lot of people are upset. A lot of people. And you know, one can only imagine what you were thinking the second time. I don't know. And you said that in post-fight, you said that Holly Holm didn't bring the fight to you. I have to disagree. I thought Holly Holm brought the fight to you. She took it to you. I think what needs to happen, call Holly up, woman to woman, and say, let's do it again. If you really thought you won, let's do it again. And see, Germaine, here's your chance to make it right. Because, see, if you go in there and you do it the right way, then there's nothing that anybody can say. Nobody can say that you cheated. Nobody can say it. But see, now you've opened the door. You've opened that Pandora's box for people to say it. And I know that you're upset, Germaine. I know because I've talked to you. And I know how you think about certain things. And I know that you're upset. I know you're upset about the comments that Winklejohn. I know you're upset about those comments that he said while he was in the corner about your sexuality. I know you're upset about all the hate comments that you're getting on your Facebook page that you just pretty much, you stop going to it. But I know you're reading those comments. I know you are. Germaine, make the wrong into a right. You got the power to do it. Now, if the UFC tells you that you can't have a rematch, that's out of your hands. Okay? There's nothing you can do. But the right thing to do, call up woman to woman and say, let's do this. And that's just the way that is. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. Subscribe.